Knowing exactly how much to charge for an embroidery is a problem that still bothers me to this day, even after 17 years of working in embroidery. And I sum up that problem into two main fears I have. The first one is charging too much and having the customer leave, get scared by the price, think it's too expensive and never come back. And the second fear is charging too little, so little that the job is not profitable and I end up hurting my business. That is why today I'm going to test a tool with you that lets you calculate the price of an embroidery job using just a few details. It can even tell you how much it costs you to make that embroidery. Let's test the tool. The first thing we need to do when we enter this tool is set our local currency. As far as I can see, right now the tool only works currently with euros and dollars. The other currencies are there, but I don't think they have been fully integrated yet. Here we are going to enter our material cost. For example, for a spool of thread, how much does the thread actually cost us? It is very important to enter the real values here, because if we use the values provided by the tool, the results will not be accurate. For example, here we need to enter the cost of the stabilizer. If we use a special thread, like metallic thread, we also need to enter its cost here. If we use foam for 3D embroidery or water-soluble topping, we can enter the cost here as well. If we use Solvay for towels, for example, we can also add its cost here. This section tells the tool whether we operate the machine ourselves or pay an operator to do it. This is important because it allows those labor costs to be included in the calculation. These sections tell us how much we want to earn per hour, or our ideal hourly profit. Besides that, this calculates our hourly cost. This includes rents, insurance, and any other extra expenses. Here we have the machine's useful life and the productive hours of the machine. This is important because a machine does not last forever and it wears down with every job we do. So this cost should be included as depreciation. That's what this section is for. And here we also have some discount percentage, for example, when a customer orders a large number of units. This part is optional, so you don't have to use it. You can also add information about your business here if you want to use it to offer additional discounts to your customers. Now let's enter the details of the design we are going to work with. These designs need a round embroidery area, in this case 8 cm. So we select 8 cm and select the perfect circle option. That's the option the tool uses. Besides that, we are going to select the design's options. In this case, we are using dense tatami stitches, and for the border I use a satin stitch with 3D foam. I enter the numbers of colors and then I select the complexity level. This affects the stitch count. I'm going to move this bar until it matches the actual number of stitches in the design. In this case, around 15,000 stitches, and there we have several pricing options. The one I usually recommend is the option that charges by the number of stitches. There is a stitch price that many embroidery businesses use with this type of rate. In general, I recommend leaving the default value from the app, but if you want to make some changes, you can adjust it here. There is also a garment cost option, so if you are embroidering a garment, for example a cap, you will enter the cost of the garment here. And here we are going to enter the production quantity. For this example, let's say we have 24 pieces. And here you can see that my embroidery machine is already selected by default. At the beginning, I also enter my machine information because the tool asks how many embroidery machines do you have, how many heads they have, and how many needles. Here you can see the information I entered. You can also choose whether to include the design cost in the final price or not. In other words, you can change that value if you want. For this example, I'm going to enter a quantity of 10. Now I simply click next to see the result and analyze them. Here we can see the results. So what is important here? The price shown at the top is the total price for the complete job, all 24 units, and the price shown here, $6.81, is the price per unit. This is a recommended price per unit. These prices are based on the number of stitches, the time, the embroidery machine, and the estimated production time. And of course, they also depend on the information we entered. Something else that is very important is that the tool shows us the profit margin for the job. It also shows the cost of each item and how much we spend on each embroidery. And here we can see the margin after paying those costs. We can also see the negotiation margin, and that's basically how the tool works. If you want to try it, I recommend scanning this QR code that you can see on the screen. I'll also leave the link in the description, and you can use it both on your computer and on your mobile phone. And since I mentioned that, if you want to learn how to digitize embroidery designs from your phone, yes, directly from your smartphone, don't miss the video on the screen right now.